All right, this is Urban Energy Squad Hangout. Um, Today is February 4th, 2016, and the discussion is doing the GBU, adding metaphysics with urban culture, and we're going to do some energy exercises. And we can just go with the flow and just talk about whatever. So, for those of y'all that don't know what this channel is about, or what this channel is, or what my channel is Urban Energy TV, and the people that follow it I call the Urban Energy Squad. And what Urban Energy TV stands for is do energy and be you, and adding metaphysics to urban culture. And what do energy be you means is, self-explanatory. It means do energy be yourself. And why I emphasize that is because I think there's a lot of spiritual people out there in the spiritual community that's afraid to be themselves. Like, there's a lot of people out there that that act spiritual, connected to energy, but they're afraid to curse. They're afraid to release anger. They're afraid to be depressed. They're afraid to be themselves. That's a part of themselves, and sometimes they're afraid to hide it. So I'm saying do energy and be you, where you allow yourself to be connected and be yourself at the same time, because that's the only thing you really can be is yourself. That's the most divine you can be. Otherwise you're being fake. Like a lot of people, they say, love only express love. Well, I think it's all love. Like if you really love somebody, you express how you really feel. You know what I'm saying? So that's that one, part of it. The other part is adding metaphysics to urban culture. Like I'm on that path to trying to combine energy and metaphysics to the urban crowd. The degree of separation. The reason that a lot of people in urban culture don't really, understand or like energy, appeal to it, is because they can't relate to it. It's not relatable. And I think if I can bring energy out in relatable ways, and then the urban culture will start to accept it, and energy can become mainstream. So yeah, I'm just on that path doing that. And the ways that I've been doing it is, if you've seen my videos, Rebecca, like like I have a video where I'm dancing and connecting with a tree, or I have a video where I'm rapping about energy, rapping about metaphysics, or I'm reciting spoken word poetry about metaphysics, or I'm making skits, relatable skits that the urban crowd can relate to. But that's all orchestrated to get people to relate to energy. And eventually everybody out in the urban crowd will just start doing energy in their everyday activities. It'd be in their language and vernacular, and just their everyday actions. Like people can just go to parties, turn up, do energy. They can nay do the whip and do energy at the same time. They can sing and do energy, rap and do energy. you know they can get creative with it and do things that I can't even think of, or that I'm not even talented in. Musicianship, playing instruments, doing energy. And I'm trying to start a spark. I'm trying to gather Urban Energy Squad. Like this group I created, Urban Energy Squad. I'm trying to gather lots of people, gain a big following behind this, because I do think that this will change the world, like what I'm doing. Because I'm really connected. Like the way this all started is I first got into energy. like I was just, first connected. Like even right now, like I'm connected into this magnetic flux, like all around me. I feel this magnetic connection, almost like magnets just going around and inside of my body all day, 24/7. So, I'm trying to get everybody to feel what I'm feeling. But obviously, the urban crowd would be like, they'd be like, "This is weird. What are you talking about? Yeah, this weird dude trying to come out here and do energy." Well, that's the reason why I'm. Hold on one second. Um, mm, there's some people that's trying to join real quick. So I'm trying to address them real quick. Dang, I forgot my train of thought. But I think I was. Hold on one second. Yeah, I was just saying that I have this connection, and I think I can change the world with the connection. But I have to get it out in a way that people understand it. And as soon as they do, accept energy, understand energy, then what I expect to happen is that just a whole bunch of people being connected together amplify the energy, and all of a sudden we can have these greater states of connection. And you know the ultimate goal is to bring out these abilities that we dream of, like extreme telekinesis, levitation, teleportation, materialization, all those types of things. But um I have to bring energy out into a relatable way first. So that's the first step. And this is, that's square one. After I get people to relate to it, I have to get them to really connect to energy, because I think there is like a degree of separation. Like, connecting, I have the urban energy squad. They may not necessarily be connected. They can accept the idea of energy, but not necessarily be connected to energy, if you know what I'm saying. So maybe the first step that I have to do is get everybody to accept the idea of energy. And then once they accept the idea of energy, the next step is to get connected in the energy. And once they connected, I think it'll be this domino effect. Like, I think this law is called law of squares, where each person that gets connected in the energy, it'll exponentially increase. Like, if I were to add another person in the energy, it would exponentially increase, by 2, and then add a third person, it'll be by 4, and another person, it'll be by 8, then 16, 32, 64, 128, just on and on. And I think that to amplify the energy. And then after we get connected, society will start to, it'll start to change as it is. Like, what I'm doing it won't be something that just goes away after, a few years. Like energy is gonna that's gonna be like the new revolution. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the next stage in evolution is energy. It's get connected in energy. As soon as I can get energy out in the world in a way that people can understand it, then it'll spread fire. All the big companies will try to add energy into what they doing. Like clothing industry, the food industry, they'll add energy to that. Um, the technology, they'll start adding energy to technology. Um, they'll start adding energy to all the arts. Hey Rebecca, can you hear me? Okay. But as I was saying, that after energy gets out into the world, it'll spread fire, and then we'll be out, be able to do all these things. So what I'm doing is just is sort of it's part of a bigger plan. What I'm doing, and um, yeah, it's part of a greater plan to actually get energy out into the world. But it unfortunately has to take all these steps to get energy out into the world. Because I'm about changing society as it is. You know what I'm saying? And this is the way I'm connected to energy is real. Like this the real shit. Like you can actually affect matter and move the wind, affect the weather with the type of energy I'm connected to. Change temperature. Um, all that. And I think right now is a good time to start some energy. So Rebecca, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but the energy exercise that I'm gonna take everybody through is head magnetism. Let's try head magnetism. So what you do for this is you understand that, and everybody that's watching this, whether it's on YouTube or on the call right now, what I want y'all to do is understand that y'all being over there and me being right here, and even the ones that's gonna watch the recording of this, understand that time and space is an illusion. That we already connected. Like there is no time and space separating us. Everything is right here and is right now. So as soon as y'all get into that perception, what'll start to happen is this magnetic presence will come within y'all. Like it'll be this super dense magnetic presence. Yeah, just like that. I already feel it right now. This magnetic presence will start to radiate outwards. And then as soon as that happens, what I want y'all to do is put extra focus and emphasis on your head, every area within your head. Yep, just like that. And the first thing you start to feel is this presence or this pressure. It might start to feel like just pressure within your head, almost like a headache. But that's not a headache. It's magnetism. It's magnetic pressure that's going all throughout your entire head. And it's almost like, I don't even know the word to even explain it. It's almost like it's like your head doesn't even feel solid no more. It just feels like just like wavy magnetism that that anything can flow through. Like even the air. Like you can move your head from side to side, and you'll notice that it feel like the air is passing straight through your head. And then what I want you to do is solidify the energy. It may feel like liquidy and gelatinous. What I want y'all to do is hold it, like hold that energy and that sensation to where it actually feels solid, like almost like it's like rock, like make it like rock type energy, like super dense and compacted. And what that's doing is that's giving you a greater level of energy to actually deal with. It's like density is pretty much more energy per volume. So I'm giving you more energy per the volume of your body. Yeah, just like that. You can even now try to move your head from side to side. What you'll start to notice is that your head is a lot heavier. It's a lot more dense. Well, that's energy. And this is the type of energy that I want Urban Energy Squad to be connected to. And now what you can do is, like I said before, space is an illusion. So energy being your head is truly energy being everywhere in your body, since there is no space. So I want y'all to do is to understand that, and then all of a sudden that energy in your head will be everywhere within your body, and then your whole body will be dense with magnetism. Seth, go, you say something because I can't hear you. Well, anywho, that's what I was doing. Is I was taking everybody through connecting the energy. Or you don't want to or you don't your mic doesn't work, or you just don't want to talk. Um, Rebecca, it should be like some microphone icon, like cause I'm looking at it and it says you muted, like you muted yourself. So what you would do is you, like on the call, if you see it on the screen, you like you should have like you have a square with your face on it, your name at the right hand corner, at the bottom right hand corner, and all you have to do is click it, and then it'll show this these settings right here. It'll either say, muted, eject, profile, present to everyone, or no, that's from my end, but it should say something similar. Like you should see the microphone button. Yeah, what's up, Colvin?
Hey man.
Yeah, I'm trying to help them out because they don't know how to turn on a microphone.
Oh,
Or at least Rebecca doesn't. So
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So were you listening the whole time?
Yeah, I just couldn't figure out how to switch over. I'm not very good at this hangout thing.
Yeah, ain't no problem. I'm trying to get used to it too. Okay, so yeah, we were in the middle of connecting the energy, Copeland,
okay.
and I was you were following along, Rebecca?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I was just taking them through a head energy exercise, getting the head magnetized.
Okay,
So you
cool.
want to join in, Copeland?
Yeah, let's do that. That
Hmm.
sounds good.
Yeah, see, I feel the difference too. Yeah, see, me, I feel it throughout my whole entire body. It's a good day to be connected right now. So, Rebecca, you new to connecting the energy?
Yeah, I've been trying for quite a while. This is
Okay, so yeah, so let's guide you through it. Copeland, you want to guide her? Since since you want to do the teaching thing, you want to guide her?
With it, with getting her to feel energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you to take your fingers on one
Okay.
hand, or you can do both. I want you to put them right here on your chest, right here on your chest plate, just right there in the center, right next to your heart.
All right.
And I want you to really relax all the way down. Just let everything just start relaxing, opening up. What I want you to do is energy flows where attention goes. And right now you have those fingertips lightly pressed against your chest right there. And that creates a sensation. That creates a sensation of your fingers touching your chest. What I want you to do is pay as much attention to that feeling as possible. So if you become aware of your body and you start feeling it, you're gonna notice you're gonna feel more parts than others. So like right now you may be aware of your shoulders more than your legs, or you may be aware of your fingers more than the top of your head. And if I tell you to start feeling your feet, you start feeling your feet more. If I tell you to start feeling your hands more, you start feeling your hands, because wherever you put your awareness is where the majority of your energy is going to flow. So right now, I want you to put all of your awareness into how that sensation feels where your fingers are touching your chest. And we're going to do that for just a little bit, and then we're going to go deeper with it, okay? So do it with me. Just come down into it and start becoming more and more aware of that sensation. So let more of yourself go into it.
Yeah, she's starting to get it.
Yeah. Well, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Um, Somebody told me my heart chakra was closed. Does that keep you from being able to feel the energy? Stay
No, that would not keep you from feeling energy. When your chakra is blocked or closed, all that means is that it's not vibrating at an optimal way. Okay, so your chakras are meant to be these points that pattern your energy. They're glands. Okay, so what the heart chakra is your thymus, and when you run energy through your thymus, it produces all these hormones. It boosts your immune system and produces feelings of love and tolerance and balance. So what we're doing right now is we're actually activating your heart chakra. So
Oh,
when we're back down here into our fingers on our chest, what I want you to do is, now that you have more awareness there and more presence, more feeling there, I want you to slow yourself down and see if you can feel your heartbeat. Okay, so your fingers, if you touch your fingers against something, you can usually feel your heartbeat if you pay enough attention. So I want you to try to do that.
okay.
Yeah, and ultimately, like what the blocked, what that means is pretty much you don't have a presence there, like a electromagnetic presence. So to change that is to gain an electromagnetic presence, which is what Copeland is doing right now.
Exactly. Well said. And so now, um, give me some communication. How are you able to feel your heartbeat right now?
I can in my fingertips, but not in my chest. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So what we're gonna do now is that's exactly where we want to be. So you're there on your chest, you got your fingers pressed against there, and you're feeling it, and you're feeling that heartbeat. And that's a feeling, and any feeling can be transferred. So everything is one. Okay, everything is already connected. Everything is everywhere. So all it needs to be done is observed that way. What I want you to do is what that means is I want you to transfer it in. So you feel that heartbeat on your fingers. I want you to use imagination and allow that heartbeat to start centering in the middle of your chest. And you're going to feel your heartbeat move into the center. It's going to be like your heart just shifts into there by allowing it to. So just imagine that your heartbeat is now moving right into the center of your chest, and that's where you can feel it.
Oh,
Got it?
yeah, that's weird.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I'm never cognizant of my heart beating, really.
Now, next step is we want to open up this chakra and get your thymus working really well. We've introduced a greater level of circulation via the pulse of the heart. We can go another step and add the overlap of breath. So we can move energy with breath. And the way we do this is by, I'm going to say a few things and I'm going to show you how to actually do it. But what you do is you transfer the feeling of needing to breathe, and you can actually place that anywhere you want, and it will bring in energy and move energy for you. And the way we do this is, I want you to take a deep in breath through your nose or mouth. Okay, did you feel how when you're breathing energy or you're breathing air in, right? It's a feeling. It's like this inward vacuuming craving that brings this air in. When you're breathing through your nose or mouth, that's you moving energy with your breath. It's in a physical spectrum of energy. It's a very dense, noticeable spectrum of energy. But there's a lighter spectrum of energy where you can move energy anywhere with your breath. So we're going to become familiar with that desire to breathe, that feeling, because this is all done through feelings. So I'm going to do it with you. I want you to hold your breath for just a little bit, and as you're holding your breath, I want you to be aware of where that desire to breathe comes from. So become really familiar with that feeling. And we're going to start now, okay? Just deny yourself the ability to breathe.
I can't do that long.
Okay, good. But but it
But
doesn't. You don't have to do it for a really long time. You just have to do it for a moment. So do you notice how like it first started like up here in this region, but it became like stronger and it just built up and it almost went like lower and deeper and just able to affect you more?
Yeah, it
Well, what I
started.
want you to do is if you can feel a feeling, you can put that feeling anywhere. Okay, everything you see in your reality right now is you. This is all your mind. This is all your body, and that means you can put anything anywhere. You can overlap anything with anything. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use imagination to do it. So you can feel that heartbeat in your chest, especially once you slow down again. I stop talking. You feel your heartbeat again, and you feel that sensation of your fingers against your chest. I want you to imagine that with every in breath, you're actually breathing energy into your chest rather than your nose and mouth. And what's going to happen is you're going to feel that need to breathe will go down into your chest, and it's going to start creating sensations for you. And but every once in a while, your consciousness is going to go back to that feeling of air coming in through the nose and mouth. Every time you come back to that physical observation of it, I want you to slow yourself back down and try to go back into the chest. Because what we want to feel is we want to feel the energy coming into the chest. We want to change our perception to be able to see that. So again, just relax again, relax, and imagine breathing into the chest and try to feel it to the best of your ability. And we're going to be doing it with you. And when you breathe out, just let the energy expand out and go through the chest. Now that we've got a greater level of presence in there, because I can feel it, you got your breath going through there now. I want you to imagine there's like a tube, like from the bottom of it, like there's this tube going up into it. Like so when you breathe in, this sharp, concentrated tube of energy draws it right through the center of your chest and holds it in there. And then on the out breath, you're trying to go out, like out through the neck and out through the top of the head. You're trying to create like this upward flowing energy, okay? Like you're filling up like a balloon.
Rebecca, you feel it?
Yeah, I can. I can actually feel my heart in my chest now when I couldn't before, not with my fingers either, like
Yeah,
being
it's right
still.
there. Isn't that interesting? That's wild.
I have a heart.
So now you felt the presence of energy, the magnetism, like what I was talking before earlier, like how I'm connected. Now you understand how that feels. Now you understand why I'm so passionate about bringing this out into the world, through Urban Energy TV. Yeah, Cole, and that gets me thinking, man. We ought to do these Google Hangouts together. I'm explaining, the urban energy side of it, and then when it comes to doing the energy exercises activation, then you can go ahead and lead that.
That'd be cool. Sorry, I was late. I kind of fell into a time warp. That was what time it was.
Yeah. Whew. And Rebecca, that's not the only thing that you can do with it. Once you understand being connected into the electromagnetic spectrum, you can actually start to expand your awareness, your mind, past the skin of your own body. Almost like you have touch receptors out here that can feel out here, and
So
how to do. Hmm?
once you figure it out, you're able to like walk outside and feel the energy of other things.
Mm-hmm. And not
Wow.
only feel the energy of other things, you can actually expand out and become those other things. Like right now, I can expand my arm out and become the air, so it feels like my arm is like this big tube all out here.
Yeah, and for us, it's not like that it has energy. It's that it is energy. So like we go to a really deep extent with our perception of it. Like when we go outside, everything is energy. There's nothing that isn't energy. It's all this one continuous, connected flow of life and energy. And so, like, you go out to the air is energy all around you, and you can expand out into it and grip it and breathe it and move it through you and feel it anywhere you want. The plants are literally this growing webbing of life, intelligence, and energy. And then, like, the sky and the stars, the sun and the moon are all play their part in this huge ecosystem of flow and circulation. And then the ground beneath you is just like access to insane amounts of density and rawness that just gets you hooked into everything around you. Yeah, it makes for a really blissful experience.
Wow.
Yeah. So you still feel the sensation, or did it go away?
Yeah, I'd have to concentrate. I think my mind is going like thinking about all of that you're saying and trying to imagine it.
Hmm.
Sounds cool.
Hey Cole, you wanna ground her? I'm sure.
Okay, I want to tell it a little bit more about that exercise. You can do that exercise again later on. Just re-follow the steps we went through to get there. And next time, remember how at the end I said you should attempt like an upward flow, like pulling energy in and then spurting it back out. That's really
My
important because what you want to do when you're starting all this energy stuff is you have a toroidal field produced by your heart. And if you don't know what a toroidal field is, it's that similar to that field created by the planet that keeps the sunbeams off. You know that the Earth's electromagnetic field. We have one just like it. Trees do too. Almost all living things here on Earth have one, and it's produced by the heart. So if you start moving energy up and out, the same way the toroid runs, then it's going to basically get the entire energy field flowing. And you'll be able to feel that the more you practice it. So get that in breath in there, get that feeling of breath pulled up, and expand it out. And you'll get better and better at feeling it. So it's less about trying to move more energy, and it's more about being able to feel more energy. So let's give that a shot next time.
okay.
Yeah, let's ground it, Dante.
Yeah. You want me to lead it or her
How
to
about you
lead?
read it?
You or
You're
me?
like a specialty. Yeah.
Okay. So Rebecca, like I said before earlier, time and space is an illusion, and that we're already connected. So as soon as you get into that perception, you'll start to feel the energy double and triple since it's more of us that are connected in this group call.
Okay.
All right. So then, all right, tell me once you feel it, because what will happen is this dense magnetism will start to radiate from you, and you'll become connected to the magnetic spectrum.
My head feels like a cement block. Is that what it's supposed to
Yeah, that's a start.
be?
That's
Oh,
a good start right there. Yeah.
I
All
get out
right.
of this realm now? I mean, when you have this ability that you have, are you saying that we all create our own reality? Is that what you're saying? Everything
Yeah.
is our own reality. And so if I wanted to be in a different realm, and you know what I'm saying? Does this help you do that?
See, I don't want to speak on anything that I haven't,
Oh, okay.
experienced.
Okay, that's fine.
But I do believe that this will lead to us being able to do those types of things in the near future once we get lots more people connected into this energy, like hundreds of thousands, millions of people connected. I
Mhm.
believe that that will be a side effect. We'll be able to levitate, shapeshift, move through different dimensions, all of that. But we're just starting at square one right
Okay,
now.
okay.
Yeah, and Rebecca, even like if you're asking about how it's like for us when we're creating reality, and for like Dante and I's level, we've gained enough presence in our body. So we've done enough exercises and meditation, and we have enough experiences with it that we have so much internal presence that we literally feel all the energy that flows out of us. We are so aware of how everything is flowing around us, that we're aware of that creational energy that is creating everything. So reality comes from the inside out. You are the consciousness, and all things flow from you. So even though you're not aware of it, there's this huge part of you that is devoted to creating everything around you. Everything you see, hear, smell, and taste and feel all came from you. You are the origin of everything you perceive in your reality. But most people are not tuned to the point where they can perceive this. When you
Mhm.
become like Dante or me or any other energy practitioner that's developed themselves, you literally feel that energy and you can actually become one with it. You can grip it, you can feel it as a part of yourself, and that then you can change it. So if you're able to feel all the energy that's coming out of you, that's creating everything around you, and then you're able to merge with it and become one with everything, then you are literally changing reality from the inside out. So at that point, you can create the feeling you want to feel. You can create any feeling you want to feel. You can create things with imagination, create things with hearing. You can create things with any of your five senses and introduce them into your reality, and you can form beliefs that pattern how this energy behaves in your reality. And so once you gain that kind of presence, that kind of oneness, then changing or operating in your reality becomes something that you're very, very capable of.
Mhm.
And me and Colvin, we can go on about the crazy experiences that we the insane things that we've experienced, but those are things that we haven't been able to do on a regular basis.
Mhm.
Right.
But it all started from us being connected to that center point that creates reality from the inside out.
Okay. So I have to get there first, really.
hmm All right, I'm gonna stop the broadcast. But yeah, we can all keep talking for a little bit. All right. Everybody do energy. Be you. Peace.